Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week has been town, and we have been doing many things about the town. But before we get into this lesson for today, it's very important to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer. Remember, when you're sanitizing, and not just when you're sanitizing, when you're washing your hands, make sure that you cover your entire hands and that every part is sanitized. I want you to dry them very good and to check your social distancing as well as in front of you. Well done. For this lesson, we're going to be talking about similarities and patterns. For our first exercise, please can you turn to page 15. On page 15, you're being asked to draw a circle around the picture that matches the first one. Now you can see that there is a man with a flag and he's got them at different positions. Your job is to find the flag that matches, or the man with the flag that matches the picture on the other side. I have my flag here and I'm going to help you with this picture. So the first one that we can see, the man is holding the flag on this side and it is straight and his hand is down. I want you to take a look at your picture. Which one can you see that looks like me? Yes, that's correct. I would like you to please circle that man. The next one has the flag a little lower than the other man. Let me move a little. There we go. And the flag is a little low. Which man has a low flag? Wonderful. I want you to circle that one as well. The last one has a man with the flag and his hand is up like this. Which picture has a man that looks like that? Very good. I'm sure you did this one and I'm sure it was very easy. And I would like you to just double check with the picture as well. Let's move on to the next exercise. For our next exercise on page 16, we can see that there are different people doing different things. It is our job to make sure we match the objects. Now remember, when people are in town, they have different jobs to do. Even when you go to town, the jobs that are done by different people are not the same with everybody else. The first picture, you can see that there is a woman standing behind a counter. We see these kind of people when we go to a shop. For example, ShopRite or Checkers or Spar. And they're there to help us buy the things that are in the shop. Normally when we get into a shop, we need something to help carry our items in. So which picture on the other side is going to help us carry our things to this woman? Well done. It is the trolley that is down below there. I'd like you to please take your color or your pencil, and I'd like you to draw a line from the dot for the woman who's behind the counter to the dot for the trolley. Well done. The next picture we can see is a very happy woman, and I think she's holding some donuts. If it's not donuts, maybe there are some buns. Now, this person probably works at a bakery, and a bakery in town has all sorts of delicious things like chocolate donuts, like raisin-covered cinnamon buns, and maybe even cake. So, which picture helps us to know that this woman works with what? Well done, my children. It is the cake and the pies. I'd like you to please take your color or your pencil and connect the two dots for the woman who's at the bakery and the delicious cake. The last one is very simple and obvious. In towns, there are always people who are building or constructing things, and they need lots of tools to make sure that the buildings or whatever they are constructing is done properly. We can see that there is an item there at the bottom that is called a saw. Now, which picture will show the person holding a saw? That is right, my children. You can actually see that there is a builder there holding a saw in his hand, amongst other things as well. So I would like you to please connect the dots. Once you're done with that, I would like you to also color the pictures and color them beautifully, please, as all these things we can find in town. Next time you're in town, I want you to also look at the people who are there. The person behind the counter, the baker who has the tray, and the builder who's helping to build the buildings. I hope you have fun coloring this, and make sure that you take your time and color in the lines. Did you finish your work for the last exercise? Well, I hope you did. But let's take a look at the next exercise. Here on page 17, we can see that we have a pattern, and the pattern is flower, tree, boy with the star. Let's say it together. Flower, tree, boy with a star. Let's say it one more time. Flower, tree, boy with a star. Your job, my dear children, is to make sure that you put the pattern by coloring the pattern when it comes. For example, let's do the first one. We can see that there is flower, tree, boy with a star, car, stop. Now, in our first pattern, the one in the box, there was no car and there was no stop. So that means we color the first three pictures. We have flower, tree, boy with a star. The next one, you can see that it is car, stop, flower, tree, boy with a star. I know that you are clever, so I'm not going to help you too much with this one. Make sure that if you get confused, you take a look at the box with our pattern. And remember, our pattern is flower, tree, boy with a star. Let's move on to the next exercise. For our next exercise on page 18, we can see that there are some signs that we can sometimes find all around town. The next time that you are in town, my children, I want you to take a look at these signs. For today, our job is simple. We should just match this sign to each other. Every sign has a couple, so you're going to draw the line to connect the couple or the pairs. The first one is very easy because we talked about it before. It is the stop sign. You can see that it starts with the letter S. And I want you to please draw a line to connect the first stop sign you see to the second stop sign that you see. And then I want you to take a look and carefully draw lines to the other signs so that you can connect them. And once you're done with that, you will be able to realize that these signs are everywhere in the roads, in the towns as well. Have fun and enjoy yourselves. I hope you really enjoyed that exercise. I know I did when I tried it. But it's time for another one. Let's turn to page 19. On page 19, you can see that we are going to be using our finger to trace without lifting our hand. The first picture we can see is of a car. And that car, has no fuel. So it needs to get to the fuel station. You're going to help the car find its way to the fuel station using your finger. So you are going to start on the dot, and I want you to trace with your finger. Let's go together. We're going down, and then we have to turn, and then we turn up. Very good. And we're going down in a straight line, down the street. We're turning down again. Very good. And across, and then up, and there we go. We have managed to reach the fuel station just in time. I want you to please do that with your pencil. Remember to follow the trace line. It is very important to make sure that the line is straight. You know that in town, cars drive straight. They don't drive going from one side to another unless they are turning. Let's try another one. Here we have a boy and he's holding a book and he needs to get to school. So let us take our finger again and we're going to help this boy get to school. So we start on the dot and we go up the road, then we turn and we go down the road and we go in a straight line right across. We go up the road again and we turn down and he's at school now. Well done. I hope he didn't miss any lessons at all. And remember, the reason why we're not coming to school is so that we can be safe from COVID-19. Let's try the last one together. The last one has a dot that's leading from one restaurant to the post office. Perhaps they would like to send a letter. And that one you're going to do by yourselves. Remember, you can color the pictures once you are done. Let's go to the next exercise. For our next exercise, we have a puppy. Oh, it is so cute. But seems like we have a fire and we need to help the puppy get to the fire using the maze. So you're going to follow the road so that you can put out the fire. I'd first like you to try with your finger. You are going to try every single road. And to make it fun for you, my dear children, you can make a sound for the siren for the truck. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it for this one. But if you are able to do it, once you get down to the fire, you can see that there is an arrow there at the bottom where the fire is happening. You need to make sure that you get to that arrow. So you start from the top And you go wee-oo, 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 trying to find your way to the burning fire. And once you are done, you can actually use your pencil to get to the same fire thing. Then, when you are done, you can also color this picture as well. Make sure you help the fire puppy to take out the fire. I hope you're going to have fun with this. Remember to use your eyes carefully, and if the road is blocked, I want you to try and use other roads that are opened for the fire truck to use for the puppy to take out the fire. This has been a wonderful lesson, my dear children, and I hope that you'll be able to complete all the exercises by yourselves. Now remember, it is very important for us to sanitize. If you don't have a sanitizer at home, you can use soap and water and you wash your hands for 20 seconds. That means counting up to the number 20. Remember to dry your hands before you touch anything else, as well as to check your social distancing beside you and in front of you. Well done. I wonder, where is our friend today? Oh, there she is. Hello, Zoe. So, from Zoe and I, we would like to say goodbye.